And it's like a barrage of people, man, just coming and coming. It's like enemy after enemy after
non-stop
enemy, literally getting beat up from both sides. Hey guys, and welcome back to another 5-Minute Flashback Friday. Today I'm back with my buddy C-Los.
How's it going, guys?
And today we actually went to the Sega CD this time for Final Fight. So what I liked about this version of the game, nothing against the Super Nintendo version, but this version really brought the arcade feel. You had 3 players you were able to play instead of 2, and the graphics really held up a lot.
Yeah, playing this in the arcades and also the Super Nintendo, I like this game playing it on the Sega CD because it had audio.
Dude, the audio was great. It was just like the arcade.
Remember the beginning of the introduction? They're talking to each other. It was amazing feeling back then.
Yes.
Wow.
So I did play the Super Nintendo version, but this one just really brought me back to the arcade. That's what it felt like.
It captured that feeling.
Yes,
of
the
that
sound, everything, the quality of the graphics. It's still a fun game today.
What did you pick?
I always picked Guy, and that's what really threw me off on the Super Nintendo, which was like, I only have Cody and Hagar. Guy was just great. I mean, he looked cool. So the game starts off with Jessica. Jessica is Hagar's daughter.
Correct.
Who is also dating Cody, who's friends with Guy. She's kidnapped. Hagar is the mayor of the city, Metro.
Wants to save his daughter from the gang called
the Mad Gear Gang. It's a side-scrolling beat-em-up, really popular.
This memorable character that I'm never going to forget, the last boss from the beginning, the first stage. His name is Thrasher.
He like whistles. Whenever he does hit you,
he has like
laughs.
a go-to.
Yes. Yeah. The one that always really beat me up a lot was Abigail. The one that he kind of like turned red, and then he would come across the screen. If he hit you, like you pretty much knocked your whole life bar out, right? And he had like a mohawk. I think. Yeah, and that was like towards the industrial level. My favorite part though of the game is I like the underground subway.
My favorite level is actually the first stage. You get to learn the game, and then you get to grab like a pipe and knives.
Oh yeah, so you could break like boxes and crates and stuff.
Or even these phone booths that you could break.
Yeah,
and
you would get
maybe
food.
grab a turkey.
Yeah, you would get food, you would get weapons, you know, something that would help you. The other thing that I liked about this version was the scenes when you would go like downstairs, you actually see him walk downstairs.
Yes.
Or you actually see him break a wall and go through, where the Super Nintendo just kind of cut to the next level. So this one, like I said, it really kept with the arcade.
It captured that feel, and I'm never gonna forget this game after beating this multiple times in my life.
If you really think about, like, Double Dragon was a side-scrolling beat-em-up, and they had the Obobos, and this one has Ondor. You come across those guys a lot. There's even, I think, a scene where you have to fight like 4 of them before you even get to the final boss.
And believe me, guys, when that character that Billy's mentioning, I would always like shake my head. Oh, not this guy again.
Yeah, they did put in like a special move, but it would deplete your life bar a bit to use the special move.
That's a great
it was like a spin kick for the 2 guys. For Hagar, he would do like spin fist.
You have to pick and choose.
Yeah, you have to decide when
do
I want to use that. So my favorite boss fight was the samurai that was in the like the wrestling stage.
Yes.
And you knock the swords off, and then he'd come at you and knock you out and grab the swords back. And
it was difficult.
It was very difficult, but it was cool.
Because he would just use the sword. Wouldn't it like be half of your power?
It would take a lot of power, but plus if you didn't hit him, the sword would fall out. You can go grab it, but then you're trying to hit him, and he would run to you and hit you and knock the sword out so you can grab it again. So it was a constant battle for the sword, almost like through the whole level.
Capcom did such a great job with this game. I don't think there's any flaws. I don't think there's no flaws to this game.
It's still one of my favorite side-scrolling beat-em-ups. Do you remember every time you would die, he would be in a chair
with a
dynamite around him? So the fuse would be going, and he'd be trying to blow it out, and it's just basically waiting for you to put quarters in on the arcade, but on the game it's like press start to continue, right?
Yes. The last boss, his name was Belger. He was difficult to beat.
So he starts off in the wheelchair, and then
he gets up.
and it's like, oh, so he didn't even need a wheelchair, and he has like a gun that has like harpoon arrows or something coming at you.
Because you're fighting him inside of a hotel, right?
But the bad part is that you're trying to take him out plus fight off these other guys.
That's what makes it difficult.
Obviously, the coolest part is when you hit the guy and he flies out the window.
Yes.
And it's all slow motion too, like when he hits him out.
All dramatic.
And then it gives you the story. They save Jessica. It's a happy ending. I mean, it's what, 6 levels, and they're all really tough.
Action packed. So let's do an unboxing on this game.
Alright guys, so this is old school before they came out with the bigger cases. You actually got a CD and a CD case.
Which I really enjoyed.
So this is what I was used to. This game is great on the Sega CD.
It's a masterpiece.
Yeah,
it's a masterpiece.
I love
It's a classic. You guys have a chance to play it somehow, some way.
I
recommend it.
Alright guys, so let us know in the comments below what you think, and I guess we'll see you next Friday. Later.